Picture this. You wake up one morning just like any other day, but this time, something feels different. Your hands are cold. Your steps feel heavier. And when the moment comes, your body just doesn't respond. Each time it happens, a little piece of your confidence slips away. Tension starts to creep into your relationship. You find yourself making excuses to avoid those intimate moments, until one day you realize you've lost something far more important. That feeling of being a strong, healthy, vibrant man. Sound familiar? You're not alone. According to the Journal of Sexual Medicine, 2022, as many as 68% of men over 60 experience reduced blood flow in their most sensitive areas. Nearly 40% admit it's had a direct impact on their family happiness. But here's what still surprises me. Even after more than 30 years as a physician, just one small change each morning, something so simple you can do it right in your kitchen, can help reverse up to 10 years of decline in your blood vessels. And the science is clear. A study in the Journal of Sexual Medicine, 2022, found that 37% of men over 60 saw significant improvements in blood flow and sexual function after just 6 weeks of properly adding polyphenols, a natural compound found in certain everyday foods, to their routine. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what that is, why it works better than many expensive pills, and how you can start tomorrow morning to feel the change. Not just down there, but in your energy, your overall health, and your confidence. Asterisk. Sounds almost too simple, right? But before I reveal exactly what that magic spoon is, I want you to understand something. In medicine, no method will give you lasting results unless we address the root cause. I've seen hundreds of men try every pill, spend thousands on procedures, and yet a few months later they end up right back where they started. Why? Because they were only trying to push blood to one area while forgetting that the human body is one connected network of blood vessels. If that system is rusted, clogged, or has lost its flexibility, then every other effort is like pouring water into a leaking pipe. Think of your blood vessels like highways. When you're young, those roads are wide, smooth, and traffic flows freely. But over time, thanks to diet, stress, and medical conditions, potholes form, lanes narrow, and sometimes there's a complete roadblock. And the smallest roads in your body, especially in the sensitive areas of a man, are the first to feel the impact. That's why a 2020 study in the American Journal of Physiology found that after age 60, the body's ability to produce nitric oxide, the golden key that opens up blood vessels and keeps blood flowing, can drop by as much as 50% compared to when you were 30. This is the root reason many men begin to feel a real difference in both health and performance. So, what exactly is silently sabotaging your circulation each day? And why is understanding it so critical? Let's break down each cause so you know exactly what you're up against and how to reverse it. Let me tell you about a man named Richard. He's 64. The day he came into my office, he sat down slowly, his head slightly lowered, his eyes avoiding mine. Then he said, "Doc, I still love my wife as much as I did the day we got married. But lately my body just reacts so much slower. My hands and feet are cold. And I've started avoiding intimate moments because I'm afraid I'll let her down and let myself down." That's the kind of confession many men will never say to anyone except their doctor. And what I want you to understand right now is this. This isn't just getting old or bad luck. It's the result of a slow, silent process that's been happening inside your blood vessels for decades. When you're 30, the inner lining of your blood vessels, the endothelium, is like a brand new highway. Smooth surface, great flexibility, and plenty of green lights from nitric oxide, the signal that tells your vessels to open wide. Blood can rush anywhere your body needs it. But by the time you hit 60, especially if you've spent years eating lots of saturated fats, moving less, living with high stress, smoking, or dealing with chronic illness, this once smooth lining starts to thicken and harden from cholesterol buildup, lose flexibility as the elastic fibers break down, produce less nitric oxide, the signal that opens your vessels. Imagine this. Healthy blood vessels are like brand new water pipes, wide, smooth, and letting water flow freely. Aging blood vessels are like old, rusty pipes, thick walls, stiff, and a much narrower passage. And the smallest vessels in a man's most sensitive areas are the first to suffer, because even the slightest narrowing there can cause a big drop in blood flow. When your endothelium is damaged, it can't produce enough nitric oxide, and without nitric oxide, the on switch for your blood vessels, they simply can't open wide enough to deliver strong blood flow where you need it. That's why a 2020 study in the American Journal of Physiology, Heart and Circulatory Physiology, found that men over 60 can have up to 50% less nitric oxide than they did at 30. And it doesn't stop there. Chronic inflammation, fueled by too much sugar, unhealthy fats, smoking, further damages the endothelium, creating a vicious cycle. Another study, published in Circulation in 2019, found that men with high levels of endothelial inflammation were 2-4 times more likely to experience erectile problems compared to men with healthy vessels. That means what's happening down there is often an early warning sign of full-body vascular disease. I guided Richard to focus on repairing his endothelium, not just forcing more blood flow with pills. We adjusted his diet, added foods rich in polyphenols, built in light morning activity, and worked on lowering his stress. 3 months later, he came back with a bright smile. "Doc, I feel like I've gone back 10 years. My hands and feet are warm, I sleep better, and my wife says I look more confident." And that's the point. When you restore the health of your blood vessels, you're not just improving performance, you're rejuvenating your whole body. Now you understand why so many men start losing their edge after 60. It's not because they're past their prime, but because their vascular system has aged without them realizing it. The good news: this process can be reversed if you take care of it the right way. And in the next part, I'm going to reveal the 1 spoon every morning, plus a few extra tips that can flip your nitric oxide switch back on, helping blood flow stronger, safer, and longer. Now I'm going to tell you something that surprises a lot of men when they hear it. The solution isn't an expensive pill, it's not some invasive procedure, and it's not an exotic superfood shipped from halfway around the world. In fact, it's sitting right there in your kitchen, something you've probably walked past hundreds of times without a second thought. It's extra virgin olive oil, EVOO cold-pressed and pure. Now hold on, I know what you're thinking. Olive oil, sure, I use it for cooking. I want you to set aside the way you've always used it, because what I'm about to share will change how you see this oil forever. High-quality EVOO is loaded with polyphenols, powerful antioxidants, especially oleuropein and hydroxytyrosol. These aren't just good nutrients in a general sense. They are biological keys that help restore the function of your blood vessel lining, the endothelium. When you take a single spoonful of quality EVU first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, these polyphenols trigger nitric oxide production, helping your vessels open wide. Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry, 2021. Reduce chronic inflammation inside the vessel walls, creating a cleaner pathway for blood flow. Atherosclerosis Journal, 2020. Improve vessel elasticity, bringing back the flexibility you had in your younger years. European Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 2019. And here's the best part. These polyphenols dissolve beautifully in fat, so when you take olive oil directly, without heating it, you absorb almost all of them. Many of my male patients have been amazed to find that within just a few weeks, it's not only their performance down there that improves, they also notice blood pressure stabilizing, sleeping more deeply, warm hands and feet instead of feeling cold, sharper alertness in the mornings. Why? Because when your vessels are healthier, they deliver oxygen and nutrients everywhere: your brain, your heart, your muscles, and yes, your reproductive system. James, 68, a retired mechanical engineer, told me, "Doc, I thought my prime was long gone. I tried medication, the results were okay, but the fatigue never left me." I showed him how to take 1 spoonful of pure, cold-pressed EVU each morning on an empty stomach, along with a few small diet and activity changes. 5 weeks later, he shook my hand firmly. "Doc, not only does my body respond faster, but I've got energy all day. My wife says I'm more upbeat and proactive than I've been in years." And that's the key. When you restore your blood flow, you restore your life. Journal of Sexual Medicine, 2022. Men who consumed at least 2 tablespoons of EVU daily had a 40% lower risk of erectile dysfunction after 6 weeks compared to those who didn't. Circulation, 2019. EVU polyphenols significantly improved endothelial function in people with cardiovascular disease. Nutrients, 2021. Oleuropein and hydroxytyrosol boost nitric oxide production and lower inflammatory responses in the vessel lining. Must be extra virgin, first cold-pressed, single origin. Dark glass bottles to protect antioxidants from light damage. Never blended with cheaper oils. This ruins the benefits entirely. 1 spoon of EVU each morning can be a turning point for your vascular health and vitality. But if you want to double or even triple its impact, there are natural boosters that pair perfectly with it. And that's exactly what I'll share with you next. If 1 spoon of high-quality EVU every morning is already powerful, just imagine what happens when you pair it with a few simple, natural ingredients, each one adding an essential piece to the puzzle of your vascular health. This isn't magic, and it's not some viral internet gimmick. Every combination here is backed by clear biological mechanisms and solid scientific research. I call it my circulation-boosting trio. Simple, affordable, and incredibly effective. Fresh lemon juice kickstarting nitric oxide production. Fresh lemons are rich in vitamin C, a potent antioxidant that helps protect nitric oxide from being destroyed by free radicals. Vitamin C also helps your endothelium, your vessel lining, respond better to the signal to open up. A study in Free Radical Biology and Medicine, 2018, found that daily vitamin C supplementation improved endothelial function by 26% in people with vascular disease. How to use it? Squeeze half a fresh lemon into your spoon of Evu before you take it. The light tang also makes it easier to drink. Patient story. Patrick, 70, told me, "Doc, I used to feel a bit uneasy taking olive oil straight. Since I've added a little lemon juice, not only is it easier to take, but my stomach feels lighter and my digestion's better." Black pepper boosting nutrient absorption. Black pepper contains piperine, a compound proven to enhance the absorption of polyphenols and fat-soluble vitamins. Research in Planta Medica, 2020, showed that piperine can increase the bioavailability of certain antioxidants by up to 30%. How to use it? Add just a pinch of freshly ground black pepper to your Evu plus lemon mix. Added benefit. Not only does it help with circulation, but it also gently stimulates digestive enzymes, supporting better digestion overall. Pomegranate supplying nitric oxide precursors and fighting plaque. Pomegranates are rich in natural nitrates and punic halogen, a compound that helps reduce arterial plaque buildup. A study in atherosclerosis, 2019, found that drinking pomegranate juice 3 times a week for 8 weeks reduced carotid artery thickness by 12% in older adults. How to use it? Eat a handful of fresh pomegranate seeds or drink 2 ounces, about 50 ml of pure pomegranate juice about 15-20 minutes after your Evu. Patient story. Michael, 66, told me, "I've always enjoyed pomegranate. Now that I know the benefits, I have it with my olive oil routine. In just 2 months, my blood pressure dropped from 145/90 to 128/82. Why this combo works so well? Evu gives you the foundation, polyphenols and healthy fats, to repair your endothelium. Lemon protects nitric oxide. Black pepper improves polyphenol absorption. Pomegranate provides the raw material your body needs to make more nitric oxide. The result, your blood vessels are not only repaired, they're also fully supplied with what they need to open wide and stay flexible. In many patients, I've seen this combo work 30–50% faster than Evu alone. Who should be cautious? Severe acid reflux. Lemon might cause discomfort, swap for sweet orange. On blood thinners, too much piperine can interfere, stick to a tiny pinch. Low blood pressure. Monitor your numbers if you're adding pomegranate regularly. This trio is a simple way to turn 1 spoon every morning into a full-body circulation upgrade. But there's still one critical factor many people overlook: timing and method. I've seen plenty of patients buy the right oil and eat the right foods, but because they took them at the wrong time or in the wrong way, their results were underwhelming. In the next part, I'll walk you through the exact step-by-step method to get the absolute most from this routine. I've seen it happen so many times in my clinic. Someone hears about the amazing benefits of extra virgin olive oil, runs to the store, grabs the first bottle they see and starts taking it every morning. 3 weeks later, they're back in my office saying, "Doc, I don't feel any different." When I ask a few more questions, their answers are almost identical. They picked the wrong type of oil, took it at the wrong time, or combined it the wrong way. To save you from making the same mistakes, I'm going to walk you through, step by step, exactly how to choose the right oil, the best time to take it, and how to store it so every spoonful you take works at its highest potential. How to choose high-quality Evu. Not all bottles of olive oil are created equal. If you pick the wrong one, you might as well be drinking a useless oil, or worse, one that can actually harm you. Here's what I tell my patients to look for. Extra virgin. This is the purest form, pressed from fresh olives without refining, keeping its natural flavor and nutrients intact. First cold pressed, extracted at temperatures below 80 degrees F, 27 degrees C, to preserve delicate polyphenols. Single origin, sourced from one specific region like Italy, Greece, or Spain. Avoid blends from multiple countries. Dark glass bottle protects the oil from light, which can destroy antioxidants. Certified quality seal. Look for marks like PDO, Protected Designation of Origin, or COOC, California Olive Oil Council. Always check the harvest date, not just the expiration date. Olive oil is best within 12–18 months of being pressed. The best time to take it for maximum benefit. Take it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, at least 20 minutes before coffee or breakfast. Why? Because your body can absorb the healthy fats and polyphenols more efficiently when there's no other food competing for digestion. Dosage. Beginners. Start with a half teaspoon right arrow, then 1 teaspoon daily. After 5–7 days, increase to 1 tablespoon, about 15 ml. Add fresh lemon juice and a pinch of black pepper, as I explained in Part 4, to boost polyphenol absorption and protect nitric oxide levels. If drinking it straight is difficult for you, pour the oil into a spoon, squeeze in a bit of lemon juice, stir gently and sip. Follow with 1–2 sips of warm water to help it go down smoothly. If your stomach is sensitive, have it with a thin slice of whole grain bread. How to store it properly. Keep your bottle in a cool, dark place, away from sunlight and stove heat. Cap it tightly after each use. Avoid long-term fridge storage. Cold temperatures can cause it to cloud and lose aroma. Never buy it in plastic bottles. Antioxidants break down faster when exposed to light and heat. When I taught my patient Frank, age 72, how to take EVOO, I even wrote out a simple oil schedule and stuck it on his refrigerator. 7:00 a.m. Take 1 tablespoon EVOO plus juice of a half lemon plus pinch of fresh black pepper. 7:05 a.m. Take a light 5–7 minute walk around the house. 7:15 a.m. Enjoy coffee or breakfast as usual. After 6 weeks, his blood pressure dropped from 138/85 to 124/80. His feet and hands felt warmer, he slept more soundly, and the part that made him smile the most, he told me, "Doc, I feel more confident, and I've stopped making excuses to avoid being close to my wife." Now you know how to pick and take EVOO the right way, so every drop counts. But there's still one more factor that can make or break your results: the simple follow-up habits you do right after you take it. Most people skip this, but it's like flipping a switch that helps your blood pump stronger and spread those benefits through your entire body. In the next part, I'll show you exactly how to activate your circulation so that one morning spoonful can work twice as hard for you. In over 30 years of working with men over 60, I've noticed something fascinating. 2 patients can take the same high-quality EVOO, same dose, same time of day, yet their results are completely different. One man sees fast improvement, rosier skin, warmer hands and feet, more energy in the bedroom, while the other notices only small changes. The difference? It's what they do in the first 5 minutes after drinking it, and that's where my little secret comes in. a habit I call the circulation switch. It's a simple action that can double, even triple the benefits of your morning spoonful of olive oil. Why this twist works. When you take a VU, the polyphenols and healthy fats begin entering your bloodstream. If you get your circulation moving right away, you help push those nutrients into every blood vessel, down to the tiniest capillaries, even in the most sensitive areas. A 2021 study in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that just 5 minutes of light movement can increase peripheral blood flow by 30–40% compared to sitting still. How to do the circulation switch. Timing, right after your morning VU. What to do. Take a light 5–10 minute walk around the house or outside. Breathe deeply. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 2 seconds, exhale for 6 seconds. This boosts your blood oxygen. If possible, step outside into the early morning light to help your body's internal clock reset. Goal: gently raise your heart rate, warm up your hands and feet, and fully wake up your body. You don't need to jog or push yourself hard. At this age, the goal is activation, not exhaustion. Samuel, age 69, had been taking a VU for 2 months with little change. I asked him, "What do you usually do after drinking it?" "I sit down with the newspaper or turn on the TV." I suggested he try a 5–7 minute light walk in his yard right afterward. 3 weeks later, he came back with brighter eyes and said, "Doctor, my hands and feet stay warm all day, and let's just say my performance has definitely improved." That's real proof that a small action right after taking a VU can be the deciding factor. The bonus benefits of this twist. Faster nitric oxide activation, right arrow stronger blood vessel dilation. Quicker nutrient delivery throughout the body instead of slow absorption. Better mood and energy thanks to light movement and morning sunlight, which help balance cortisol and melatonin. Early boost to heart and brain health right at the start of the day. Who should adjust or be cautious? Severe joint pain, swap walking for gentle arm swings, joint rotations, or a stationary bike indoors. Low blood pressure, take a few sips of water after a VU before moving to avoid dizziness. Beginners, start with 3 minutes, then gradually work up. Now you have the full formula, a high-quality spoonful of VU, the natural booster trio, and 5 minutes of the circulation switch. But there's one more piece of the puzzle we need to talk about, the emotional and psychological side of health. Because a man's well-being isn't just about blood vessels or hormones. It's also about confidence, connection, and feeling alive with your partner. In the next part, I'll share real patient stories, moments where both body and spirit came back to life. I've always believed that a man's health isn't measured only by lab results or blood pressure numbers. It's also measured by the way you look at yourself in the mirror each morning, by the look in your partner's eyes, and by the quiet confidence you feel when you step out the door. To help you truly understand this, I want to share 3 stories I will never forget. Thomas, 66, was once a proud Marine, but after retiring he became less active, ate irregularly, and began to feel himself slipping in both health and intimacy. When he first came to see me, he said, "Doc, my wife seems sad. Not because I don't love her, but because I've lost the confidence to be close to her." I guided him to start each morning with 1 tablespoon of high-quality VU, add my booster trio, and finish with the 5-minute circulation switch. We also upgraded his dinners with foods naturally rich in nitrates. 2 months later, Thomas smiled and told me, "Doc, my wife laughs more now. She hugs me like she did years ago. and I feel like the man she first fell in love with. This wasn't just blood flow coming back. It was connection and love being restored. David, 72, thought erectile dysfunction was a life sentence of aging. He tried medication but suffered side effects, fatigue, headaches, just not feeling himself. When I explained that improving blood vessels could help his body restore function naturally, he was skeptical, but willing to try. 8 weeks later, not only was his intimacy life better, but he could climb 3 flights of stairs without losing his breath. He said, "I realized real health means being able to do the things you love without your body holding you back." Science backs this up. The Journal of Sexual Medicine, 2022, found that improving endothelial function doesn't just enhance intimacy, it boosts overall physical performance and cardiovascular endurance. Robert, 69, didn't come to see me on his own. His wife booked the appointment. She said, "Doctor, I want him to live longer, healthier, so we can travel together." He started with just half a tablespoon of EVU, gradually increasing as I advised, paired with gentle morning walks. The result? Not just more flexible arteries, but lower blood pressure, healthier cholesterol, and more energy than he'd had in years. He grinned and told me, "Now I can drive long trips without feeling worn out and still have energy when we get there. My wife says I'm getting younger by the day." Better circulation isn't just about manhood. It's about protecting your heart, lowering stroke and heart attack risk, boosting your daily energy so you can do what you love, nurturing your relationship because closeness is as much emotional as it is physical, keeping your dignity and confidence so you still feel strong, no matter your age. These stories prove one thing: when you care for your blood vessels, you care for your whole life, your health, your spirit, and your relationships. But while this solution is safe for most men, there are still a few important precautions to know, especially after 60. In the next part, I'll share safety warnings every man should understand before starting. I know that after hearing about these benefits, a lot of men will want to start tomorrow morning. And yes, most people can do this safely. But as a doctor, I have a responsibility to be honest with you. No single method works for 100% of people. There are certain situations where we need to be extra careful so you can get the best results while avoiding unnecessary risks. If you're taking blood thinners or strong blood pressure medication, extra virgin olive oil, EVU, and certain boosters, like pomegranate or lemon, can mildly affect blood clotting and blood pressure. If you're on warfarin, high-dose aspirin, clopidogrel, or powerful blood pressure meds, talk to your doctor first so they can adjust your dosage or monitor you more closely. Reference: Harvard Health, 2021. Polyphenols may increase the effect of blood thinners, so supervision is important. If you have gallbladder disease or gallstones, olive oil stimulates the gallbladder to contract, which can cause painful cramping if you have large stones. If this is you, start with just a half teaspoon and watch how your body responds before increasing. You can also take it after a small snack to reduce irritation. If you have acid reflux or a sensitive stomach, taking oil on an empty stomach can sometimes cause nausea or discomfort. Solution: have it with a slice of whole grain bread or some oatmeal and choose a mild flavored EVU. If you have low blood pressure, EVU and the booster trio can help blood vessels relax, which may cause a slight drop in blood pressure if yours is already low. Tip: Check your blood pressure regularly and lower your dosage if needed. If you have severe vascular disease or advanced nerve damage, if your circulation issues are due to severe nerve injury or end-stage vascular disease, EVU can be a supportive tool, but it's not a replacement for proper medical treatment. Work with your doctor and never stop prescribed medications or treatments on your own. The listen to your body rule. If you notice stomach pain, diarrhea, or any unusual reaction, pause for a few days, then try again with a smaller amount. Everyone's body is different. The key is adjusting to what works best for you. When you do this correctly and safely, this habit becomes a gentle yet powerful part of your daily life. And in the next part, I'll share how to turn this small change into a rock-solid habit, one that can keep delivering benefits for years to come. We've taken quite a journey together in this video. You now understand why circulation declines after 60, how to repair your blood vessel lining, boost nitric oxide production, and protect both your heart and your performance. You also have the complete, easy-to-follow formula in your hands. 1 tablespoon of high-quality EVU every morning. The Natural Booster Trio, fresh lemon, black pepper, and pomegranate. The 5-minute circulation switch to double your results. And the safety notes that make it sustainable for years to come. But beyond all the tips and science, here's the single most important thing I want you to remember. You are still in charge of your health and vitality, no matter your age. I've seen men at 65, 70, even 80 years old reclaim their confidence, their passion, and their joy for life, simply because they decided to start with one small action each morning. If this video helped you, click the like button so I know we're on this journey together. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a single health tip designed just for men over 60. And stop by the channel every day. I'm always sharing new, science-backed, real-world strategies to keep you strong, energized, and confident in your golden years. I'm Dr. James, and I want to thank you for spending your valuable time with me today. Start tomorrow morning, and then share your results in the comments below. Together, we can build a community of men who are strong, healthy, and living life to the fullest. See you in the next video, where I'll reveal 3 natural foods more powerful than Viagra when it comes to improving circulation safely and sustainably.